Okay, since I got this far in the van, there's an issue with the sliding door that I have. So this track seems to be loose. Since I have the panel out, I can actually unscrew it and see what's going on here. The other thing too is it doesn't close all the way sometimes unless you slam it really hard. And in there, it seems like it's a little bit misaligned. So look here, let me lift it up. Yeah. So a lot of times this, it's not really much the roller itself, but this component up here that goes against the top, those two pieces get worn out. So I am gonna take this out today and fix it. Again, for the track itself, all the screws are here and available. And yeah, so I'm gonna get to it today. Alright, so I am taking off the other back panel, and so I started off with taking off the step panel right there at the door, and that's about 5 screws and some plastic clips to hold it in place. It's the same with this. You have to pull the top out first, and then you got some, plastic rivets or whatever holding it in place. But I forgot to undo the seat belt right there in the bottom. I didn't see that it was connected, so I'm just going to undo that real quick and then pull the rest of it out. So this is also an additional warning that even on the forums, Toyota Nation and Toyota Van People and Toyota Van Tech, is that when you do take that center piece out, you have to remember that the other hinges are in the front. So they always say it's good to have another pair of hands just in case. Luckily, when I was pulling out the track itself, I was able to make sure that the door was still catching on the rear pin. So you have to be careful, because if not, it will come down. And I'll show you a quick example. This can come down. So it is nighttime and I am in my garage, which is very dimly lit. So working on my van in here, which I'm not supposed to, at least not major repairs, can be not as great. Anyways, so this is where I'm at. After I changed the seat belt out, cleaned up the rear, and decided I need to address sliding door, as I said. So 10mm, 5 of these nuts right along here, come out to the back, comes out. Now what people say is that you gotta be careful with this latch. So I'm still trying to figure that out and try to get this with the handle taken out. But anyways, I will see what I can do, and hopefully I can get everything done. What's going on? It's Roger. Going back to the sliding door drama on my Previa. I wasn't able to figure that out, but I was able to get this. There was 2 bolts here for the middle slider, and those were 12mm. And I see what people say, that be careful because that middle slider is It's kind of interesting, but let me pull it out real quick. So here's that middle assembly piece. I'm gonna take it out, and well, the rollers are not that bad, actually. Let me get under the light and see what this is about. Okay. So I'm back, excuse the noise. I'm doing my laundry at my apartment complex. Anyways, I looked at the track real well and everything seems pretty solid, and loose. Then I went to the actual slider hinge, and actually it's pretty good function, spinning. These two posts is what wears out on Previas. And so obviously after 20 years, you can go to the dealership and get this piece brand new or try to find them in the junkyard. I'm actually surprised that these are still in decent condition. This one seems to be a little bit off, but what people do is they get these nylon spacers, and I think they're 3/8 OD by 0.171 in length, and that's what I found on Toyota Vantech and Zenseeker.net. So I went there, and what you got to do is got to cut them down in size, and then kind of drill them out because they're still kind of thick. You see that, but this is kind of the fix that that a lot of people do. These are definitely not worn compared to, you'll see people with a metal on metal. It's been going on for years, so I'm kind of fortunate. But I will definitely, while it's out, might as well take care of it, right? So that's the mentality I have, and that's what I'm gonna do. Later. Okay, so back to these posts. They had these rings around them, and they weren't any type of a clip or anything like that. They were just almost like a washer. You can see that there's a groove for them. Anyways, like I said, a lot of these things get worn down, and so, like I said, since I'm here, now I'm gonna drill these out and have some new ones in place. What's going on? It's Roger. So I got this all drilled out, and I'm going to cut them in half and put them on and reinstall them. So I got this all put together, and then I'm going to start reassembling the door. Okay, so as I demonstrated earlier, that this door wouldn't close all the way, and so I took out the middle slider assembly, replaced some of the bearings, and this would not close easy previous, but now, oops, let's do that one more time. Oh, that felt new. The previous, if I didn't put a lot of force, this thing would not close all the way. But now it just feels, yeah, I like that. Okay, on to the next project to do.